So I believe the first step in prepping is changing your attitude from I can't to I will. Look at that. At least it started to slow down the amount of snow that was falling. They were pretty big flakes. I've got a good 2 inches on the ground right now. The first thing you have to do is stop saying I can't and start saying I will. Have a positive attitude when you're going into it. Even though the world is negative right now and everything seems to be negative, find something positive and build from there. And I'm pretty sure anybody who's gone to the gas station over the last week, they're all dealing with the same thing that I am dealing with. But I'm going to just run through the numbers really quick. So Monday, fuel was $3.89 a gallon. On Tuesday, it had risen up 10 cents to $3.99 a gallon. Wednesday, $4.05 per gallon. Thursday, it was $4.29 a gallon. And Friday, it was $4.39. I haven't been out and about yet today, but I'm sure that the price has gone up again. It would not surprise me. And with the rising price of food and now fuel spiking like it is, it's really going to take a toll on our budgets. It's going to be, we're going to be spending more money on fuel, so that's going to make us cut back somewhere, even if at this point we're cutting back in our fun and pleasurable spending. And for those of us that live paycheck to paycheck, it's really going to hurt. I mean, if you're spending your money as soon as you get it, this is rising fuel and food. It's really going to hurt you. But I'm going to get into my dollar a day preps for. It's going to be a 3-week period. Week 36, 37, and 38. My dollar a day preps. It's not as big as it used to be, but at least I'm still putting some food aside. Standing on a sheet of ice at the back of my truck. So if I fall down, I'll be right back. It is nothing but a sheet of ice back here. But the tailgate of my truck is the best place to take. See, I'm sliding. That's me sliding down the hill. The tailgate of my truck is the best place for me to take this picture and do this my dollar a day prep. So please bear with me. Like I said, if I fall down, I'll be right back. Okay, so let's get into the dollar a day preps. So this week, I got 2 bags of barley. I got some spices, chili powder, and cumin. Cumin is what we use to make tacos, or taco seasoning. And then chili powder, obviously, we use that to make chili and various other stuff. I was able to find some country gravy mix, pretty much half price, 49 cents a package. And then I got asparagus, marked down asparagus, and marked down peppers. You can see why the peppers were marked down, wrinkled up and stuff. And the asparagus, if you take a good look at it, it's all wrinkled up on the bottom, and most of it's, it's just, it needs to get used up quick, or it's just going to be bad. But you're wondering, well, how can that be a dollar a day prep if it needs to get used up quick? I'm going to pickle it. And then it'll be in jars, and it'll store for at least a year, if not 2 years. So that is my plan with the asparagus. And that's also why I grabbed the peppers. I'll be throwing a couple of those peppers in some of my jars, along with the asparagus, to add a little bit of zip to the asparagus when it's pickled. So let's get into the numbers on my dollar a day prep. First, we're going to start with the chili powder and the cumin and the barley. That'll be the most expensive part for, so this is week 36, 37, and 38. It's another 3-week grouping. That's kind of the way it's going to be. I think going to have to group up at least 2 weeks in order to buy anything anymore. The prices are getting terrible. Prices are just getting really high, so to find the deals and to stretch that dollar a little bit farther, I have to group the weeks together. So this is a 3-week part, and right here, so you can see the chili powder was $5.29, the cumin was $5.29, and the barley was $1.49 each. Total was $13.56. And if you remember from my last dollar a day prep, I had $2.57 left over. And then for 3 weeks, dollar a day, that would be $21. So add those together and you get $23.57 total to start for this 3-week period. Take $13.56 away from that and you get $10.01 left over, which takes us to the next part. So $2.16 for the reduced produce, and then all of the gravy. So those two tickets right there both end up being $6.08. Take that away from $10.01, and that gives me $3.93 left to carry into next week's, or my next dollar a day prep. So it's kind of hard to take a full picture as I'm slipping and sliding. Yeah, maybe give me a second, I'll get this stuff grouped together a little bit better so you can get one full picture. So there it is, this week's dollar a day prep. So there it is, my dollar a day preps. It's not as much as I used to put aside, but it's still better than nothing at all, for sure. Watch for sales and discounts anytime that you go into the stores. Whenever you're out shopping, just look for sales and discounts, be my recommendation. And put back what you can. I believe we're going to need it sooner rather than later. So for the people who say, I can't afford to prep, I say, you can't afford not to prep. Start with 1 can of soup, or a bag of rice, a bag of beans, but just start. You'll be better off for it if you start with 1 item and just build from there. Even if you can only put aside 1 item per week, build from there. 1 item per week for 1 year is 52 items. And depending upon the items that you're putting aside, it'll feed you for a while at least. It'll get you maybe past a week or a 2-week crisis. The first thing you have to do is stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I will. So if you have ways where you can save money, get something that you'd normally buy, you can get it for free because somebody's giving it away, or you go to a thrift store and you buy something a little bit cheaper, buy your clothes from a thrift store, and save a few dollars and take that money that you saved, and instead of going out and wasting it on candy bars or a coffee or soda pop, or even, skip a meal out. If you're used to going out for meals, skip one meal going out right there. For my family, if we were to go out to a restaurant, it's a $50 bill, and there's 3 of us. Just find a way to figure out how you can save a few pennies and start prepping. Just put some food aside. You're gonna need it. Don't put the money aside. It's becoming more and more worthless every day. Look at all the money that they're making out of nowhere to aid in the Ukraine. And I'm not against sending aid and military supplies to the people of the Ukraine. I'm actually for it. I believe that the U.S. needs to be more involved. A lot of preppers say no, we need to keep our nose out of it. But I say we need to be more involved, because I am very passionate about how I feel about it. And it hurts me to see how other people are saying, no, don't get involved. Because let's let history repeat itself. We didn't learn the last time. How many millions of lives got destroyed the last time a dictator decided he was going to take over a neighboring country. God be with the people of the Ukraine. If you're a praying person, please pray for the people of the Ukraine. Okay, brighter note, because man, that's a can of worms. It just opens up a huge can of worms. Start prepping, keep prepping, so that you will be prepared when the need arises. Thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. May God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I'm out.